Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. Today's episode 690. And we got one of these nice older penny wrappers. When I say older, anywhere between 15 and 5 years ago. Okay. All right, let me show you what I'm looking at here so far. All right, I don't see any zinc yet. All right, there's got to be at least 1 or 2 zinc cents in here. Finding an all this. I'll be honest with you. The only all copper penny rolls I've ever are these. I always keep one on my desk. I try to do one once a month, every 4 to 6 weeks, and it's still sitting there. And I picked up one of these, which I have a bunch of them off to the side of my desk over. That's right from. Is it from there? Yeah, it's from this pile over here, and this is recent. So this is a recent bank run. And these are the ones that are usually all copper. Now, the other day, I did open up a penny roll. I don't know if you remember. And it was like half of it was wheat cents. That one was also mostly, there was 1 zinc cent in the whole. So that's super, super duper rare. So weird, though. So weird to see mostly copper penny rolls. Period. Look at that S. Always got to be dirt, right? Just where it's like your brain starts filling in the. Let me look at that under the loop real quick. Let me get a little closer to this camera. Okay. All right. On the UST and trust, there's a little line. I'm pretty sure it is not a. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's a doubling line. Let me look at the rest of the. I would think that there would be other little telltale signs if it was a double die. All right. Anyway, you can see the little marks under the UST, and it's what makes the U look a little, like an 8 or something. I'll put it to the side. That's a little interesting. All right, let's see how we go. Copper pennies take a little bit longer than other coins do, and for whatever reason, this person had. Right. I mean, doesn't that make you wonder? That makes me wonder why, how, like, did someone have a jar, a piggy bank with only copper pennies in it? Right. I mean, as of today, that would be virtually impossible. Actually getting even, 20% copper, that's a nice 1970, would be difficult. You know what I mean? If you go get change from the store, 2025, and they gave you whatever, and you did that for a month, and you collected 50 pennies. If 10 of those were copper, that would be high in 2025. Most likely would be more like 6, 7, or 8 copper pennies, which is, respectable, presentable, fine, what I would expect. All right, I'm gonna have to put these into little rows, and I'll put a lot of 70s. A lot of 1970. This is the third on 1970, I think. I'm going to keep the dirty ones together. So when I do my videos, I kind of have the the nicer looking ones together for the videos. Okay. And they all have this kind of Woody have this kind of dull, dirty type of look to them. I do see a couple. Here goes a little bit. Another 1970. So odd, man. So odd. So odd. So odd. That's a nice one. Maybe I'll put the real shiny ones here. No, I gotta keep them. I gotta keep them separate. All right. We got like 5 nice looking pennies so far. Yeah, this is super duper duper odd. A 70D. Oh, look at that. You see it? Look at this, man. Look at this. On a copper cent, man. Which means the other side has to have the die clash in there somewhere. But we got the die clash. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 man. You know, the other day I did the video on, I think I still have it up, as a matter of fact, on this valuable coin that I once found. And I say valuable coin. Meanwhile, I found 30 of them, half the roll, or more than half the roll. And I did a video on it because I saw, I have to probably break this thing up into. And, you know, those are pennies that were found in rolls, albeit, you know, a couple years ago. I can only imagine the type of coins that were available, like to a penny roll hunter over the, you know, like 5, 10, 15 years ago. How awesome that must have been. You know, I mean, I'm super dupe. And I guess, you know, the point that I was trying to make that I almost went off topic is that that's what we're hoping for when we're penny roll hunting, right? We're hoping to find errors. We're hoping to find, um, like I found that die clash right there. You know, I mean, is this super cheese? No, no, it's not. Is it worth $5-10? Yeah, that's probably what it's worth. $5-10. You know, it's probably what it's worth. $5-10. You know, the word I was thinking about the other day, it just came to my head: conservation. Wow, conservation. I was saying something else. Uh, conservation uh, is the way that is how what we call coin cleaning, when you know what you're doing and you're doing it in such a way that it does not damage the coin, and you do not get a cleaned. I don't know what that would be called when they put it as cleaned. Is that a designation? It's not an attribute. I don't think it's an attribution, right? Attribution would be some sort of error that you found. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. Um, well, look at this one. I'm still bugging out. I got to be honest with you over these coins, man. There's really, I mean, as far as penny roll hunting goes, there's nothing that better than getting a high volume copper copper penny roll. Look at this one. Yep, that's another error. I don't know what that is. If it's but the and it's not wear. That's not wear. That's like something that's a problem with the strike or the die or something. I mean, it could be wear on the die, but it's not wear of the coin. Everything else is very strong. There's no wear. It's another error. That's the third error or third possible. And it's what we're hoping for, much copper, because at least with the copper, you're making money. You know what I mean? On your 50 cents investment, you're making money for every copper penny that you find. The reason I showed the other coin before, 1, 2, 3, is because that's really, you're really hoping for a really nice error. You're hoping for a nice die clash. You're hoping for a double die. Look at this. That's the hope. But the odds of finding that are pretty slim. It's rare, really. I cannot believe that this is going to be a 100% copper penny roll. You're hoping for a major error, a major mint error. That die clash is a minor error. The one we found there, it's minor. The major one is where you see the column straight across, or you see the whole other side of the penny. That's that's what you really want to see. Psh, 100% copper. This is so rare, man. So uber rare. Well, I'm glad I got to at least, one of the nice things about the channel is I get to share these experiences with you, and I don't fly through the penny roll hunt. Say, all right, let me go through a box. I'll be back if I find anything. Wow, must be nice. Must be nice. But that's not anyway. Again, I spoke about this. That's fantasy world. That's my fantasy world. Where I go through a million pennies in 5 minutes. It's fantasy, man. What I'm doing, this is what I'm doing here. This is what all of you out there, a 59D. Nice. Man, what a tremendous penny roll album, penny roll hunt. Look at another beautiful 1970. I'm gonna actually put some of those together. Look at these 1970s. Look, I'm gonna put them together. I see them right here because I have the nice ones. I have them out on the table for the short videos. So now I could actually, wow, it's crazy. 69, 68, 63, 71s. Look, 1970s. I mean, the chance of someone get this being from pocket change is zero. It's zero. There's no way. They must have been getting penny rolls from the bank, and they had a bunch of them lying around. and then they just brought them back to the bank. People don't know what to do with their pennies. They just say, "Hey, give me my penny." Let me go get rid of stuff. You know what I mean? That's all they're trying to do. They're just trying to get rid of stuff. Another 1970. I wish they were all S's. I think is it the S that comes in a small and large date, or is it the D also, or only the D? I can't remember. I don't think we found the 70D, did we? Might have found the 70D. That 66 was pretty nice. So I know we have a bunch of duplicates. We had 269s. As far as the nice pennies going, I'm saying. We have 271s. Then we got the 68, 66, and 63. What was this? A 66, another 66. Crazy when you could do stuff like this, where you could start stacking up the similar pennies from one single penny roll. That's bananas. That's misaligned die. That's bananas. And or a random or copper penny roll. Well, you know what? There's one super shiny one here. Watch this. Watch that be the one zinc. I just noticed that, and I was like, did I speak too soon? Either that's a zinc or that's a banging copper. Oh no, it's copper. Wowzers! Even with a nicer edge. Wow, 1970. Wow, man. Bam, 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 bam. Wow, man. 64 Denver. I'll look at that 4 under the loop. Gotta check the 4s for that. And as long as you're checking the 4, remember, always look at the L, right? The bottom of the L. If you can see it, you're always looking for that bar under the bottom of the L, and then you're looking for the extra line on the 4 with the crosslets. Then you might as well look at the T also. Obviously look at the whole coin. What am I talking about? All right, on the 4. I don't know what that is, man. And the D. And the L. Give me an L. Give me an I. All right. If there's anything there, it's really weak. We got a grease strike on the reverse. Oh, look at that. Let me see how it looks in the camera. The bottom of the E. Is it valuable? Nah. And the tops of the America. Is it a double die? I mean, that has nothing to do with being a double die. Is that a double die? Is that from a squeeze? I didn't even really look at that too closely under the loop, to be honest with you. I don't know, man. I don't think so. Well, I don't know. I think the grease, it goes with the grease. When the grease goes towards the edge, like, because you're seeing there the grease on the E, right? That seems like grease. So if there's any other grease towards the edge, when it strikes, it will blur the top portions of the letters in the United States of America. Okay, nothing. All right, 2 more. I hope you enjoyed the video. I did. I enjoyed this penny roll hunt. Super nice, super sweet. 66. That's our third 66. Well, we might have found more, but that's the third nice one. And last but not least, another 66. And then we found a couple possible errors, and one is an error. The die clash is an error. All right. Episode 690 over and out. God bless. Please click like and subscribe, and I'll see you in episode 691.